Good morning YouTube, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be installing the Momo seats that I got in the last video. We're going to make some custom brackets for them and get them installed in this Volvo 240. So as you can see, I've already removed the original seat from the car. Installing bucket seats on a 240 is actually very nice because it already has these stock sliders. So when you remove your stock seats on a 240, you don't have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to get the seat off. You can remove these 4 bolts, which go to these 4 pegs right here, and then the seat comes off, but you can still leave your stock slider and use that for your bucket seat installation. So today we're going to be making some custom tabs that go from the bolts that are right there to the side bolts on the side of the bucket seat. The reason I didn't buy any of the Momo brackets or some Sparkle brackets or anything like that is because they're about like $150 to $200. I got some steel for about $25, and we're going to be using that. It's going to work just fine. Yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to grab the steel I have in this car, and we're going to start cutting it up and making some brackets for these rails. So this is the steel I bought right here. Is what we're going to be using to make our custom brackets. All I'm going to do is cut this into 4 about equal sections. We're going to bend a small L into the end of each section, and then the smaller part of the L will go onto the bolt hole, and we should have about 7 or 8 inches of height, which we can then use to bolt into the side of the seat. I'm doing a 4 bracket design instead of a 2. Normally you see the ones that are just one big L that come up on both sides, just because this is cheaper. I've seen it done at name brand companies sell brackets like this where they're L, so I know they're going to be strong enough. I grabbed the exact same steel they use, 1/8 inch steel, so should be plenty good. If there are any problems with it not being strong enough, or I don't feel confident in it, its strength, I will 100% take them off and either buy something name brand or come up with something new. But I will let you guys know. I have a feeling this will work just fine. I have no doubts that this will work, but we will see. Let's get into making some custom brackets out of this. So I didn't record it, but the next thing I did is I took each 4 of those pieces and I bent them a 90-degree angle. This length right here is 1.5 inches. I did that for each of them. The reason I didn't record it, I had to do it at my shop class because I didn't have a blowtorch. So I just brought this to my shop class. I literally used a vise and a blowtorch and a hammer. So very common tool, something you can probably do at home. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up on the rails, mark where the holes need to go on the base, get those in, and then we're going to figure out our height and then put holes about where we need them on the bracket, then cut whatever length we don't need, and that'll be it. So I'm gonna do that right now, walk over to the car, get these drilled and in. So I haven't picked up the camera in a minute, and I mistakenly just didn't really record much of me getting the seat in. But the install is all done. I think you can kind of understand where I ended up from the brackets that I made. I do have to take these off, and I do want to clean up some of the edges. This edge I did clean up, and same for the front on the other side. Rear one still needs to be radius. I want to paint these black or maybe yellow to match the Momo logo. We'll see. And then I want to radius the bottom just so that's not a super sharp edge. It look a little bit nicer, but I mean, this thing is solid. Like, it's not going anywhere. 1/8 inch steel. I wouldn't use anything thinner than this. And then for those who might be sketched out by the height of this and the thickness of the material moving side to side, I might end up welding in some little triangles right here just to really make it solid in there. But for now, this is going to be just fine. My floor has a little hole in it right about here, so that's also like majority of the movement when I shake it. Last thing I want to mention, the hardware I used is M8 by 1.25 thread pitch, and they're 25 millimeters long. I just got some hex ones, should be plenty strong enough. And then I have 2 washers on each nut, or bolt, sorry. There's one on the outside, one on the inside, and then I cranked them down, not too tight, but I did crank them down. I will watch to see if they back out. I doubt they will, but the reason not too tight is because it's fiberglass seat. Don't want to crack anything or put too much tension or compression in the seat. But yeah, I'm super stoked with the seat. This thing looks awesome. It fits in the 240 perfectly. I don't know if you can see, I can fit about a hand worth of width in there. It's plenty fine. It's right centered, and with the original 240 brackets, it puts me right centered with the wheel. I'm perfectly in here, and with my steering wheel on, it all lines up perfectly. And once I do the manual swap, I've got plenty of room to do all the fun things. So yeah, I'm super amped with the seat. Next thing I'm gonna do is paint the brackets, do the radius, make them look all nice, and that'll pretty much be it for this video. Seat install is looking good. So I just hit everything with a coat of Rust-Oleum, just black paint. That just because I could, and it was already easy to take out. And for being some angle grinder fabrication, these things turned out amazing. I just put a coat on this that's been sitting dry, so it'll be more of a matte finish when it's done. But yeah, these are looking awesome. I'm gonna wait for these to dry. That needs 1 more coat. This needs about 2 more coats, maybe 3. And then we'll put it all back in the car, and that'll pretty much be a wrap for getting these brackets in. So I let the paint dry and I reinstalled these seat brackets, and they look amazing. If they had Sparko or Momo engraved in them right here, I wouldn't be super mad about it. The quality is pretty good. They're plenty sturdy in place. Again, as I mentioned before, there's a hole in the floor like right there, so the only shakiness in the seat is going to be from that hole in the floor not being perfectly strong, but it's barely noticeable, and I'll get that fixed eventually. So yeah, the seat looks amazing. Brackets look good, all painted black. Everything fits in amazingly. I hope this video helped. If you were getting the Momo Start or like bucket seat, you can use the stock rails, which is really convenient. They do have a little bit of play, but they're amazing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope this video helped if you got your own bucket seats or something of the sort. This was a super easy project. Instead of spending $80 to like $100, $120 on some seat brackets, made these for say $35 with the paint and probably maybe like 3 hours of time. So these things are awesome. They hold the Momo Start in perfectly. I'm sure it would fit many other bucket seats. Look up the width of the Momo Start, and if your width of the whatever bucket seat you have matches or is close, you could definitely make some work with these. There's quite a bit of adjustment under here with how I could have changed the brackets around, made them skinnier, or probably even a little bit wider. So yeah, I'm super happy with the outcome, and I can't wait to get this car back and being roadworthy so we can fully put them to the test. But yeah guys, thank you so much. Peace out. Like, comment, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. I love the growth recently. You guys have been really amping up the channel. So peace out. I'll see you in the next one.